Right, I'm Sean and this is my Ford Transit. I've converted it from a builder's van into a camper van for just £700. Join me and my adventures and vlogs with Project Camper and enjoy the video. Hi there, welcome back to Project Camper. Today I've got myself a box from Photonic Universe, and in the box I've got myself a Victron DC to DC charger. Now I do have a Sterling battery to battery charger, but because I'm a toff, or a snob for gadgets, toff for gadgets, snob for gadgets, I don't know what you want to call it, or just I like my gadgets. It's got the Bluetooth and they all talk to each other, so that'll be 3 Victron energy products that I've got in the van. So I'm going to take out the Sterling B2B, but let's see what's in the box first. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure, and I'm not dissing Sterling products because it has been okay, but the other day for some unknown reason I did a 3-hour drive and my battery wasn't charging. Don't know why. I disconnected the B2B, and after a little while it came on like nothing happened. But I just thought, right, I don't want it to fail, and all the Victron stuff that I've ever had, I had one problem with a solar controller, and rang them up, and within 2 days with me sending them the data, I had another one. So they haven't paid me, okay, but I absolutely thoroughly recommend Victron, and hopefully I can recommend this to you as well. But you can have total control over your battery. That's what I like. You can go into the app and you can change all the parameters, set alarms. So I'm going to take the Sterling unit out and fit this. So I go and get some tools, disconnect the batteries, go from there. Right, so the Ford battery for the Transit is under the driver's seat, and my Sterling battery to battery lives behind the seat with the fuses. So I'm going to disconnect the battery. I'll just use, oh yeah, right, okay, so I know what I've done now. So right, I'm going to put a disconnect. I'm going to take these two out. I'm going to put a disconnect there, and I'll put this back on to the battery, because what I had the VSR, so that wire there actually went to the VSR. So then it went back, and then this wire went to here, straight out to the back to the battery. So I'm going to take this out, and I might put the DC to DC charger in the back. Okay, different plan of action. I'm going to wire it up according to page 8, and that's pretty much like how the Sterling unit is done. So I've got myself some more earth cable, because basically this is the earth cable and it is just a positive cable, and I've just wrapped black around it, and I'm not really happy about that, so I'm going to have to pull all that out, and then it goes all the way to here. So I can turn it around like that. So this one here. But looking how Victron do it, I'm just going to put it to the earth point here. So I'm going to take all this off, and I'm going to I'll come back. I'm not going to film it because you don't need to see how to undo 3 wires and undo that, and it'll probably look for pretty boring, to be fair. So I'll just disconnect the battery, which is quite easy. It's just this one 10mm and that just flops off, and then I shall go and turn all the power off at the back as well, just to make sure. I'm going to leave this VSR in here because that will be staying with the van, but I should probably end up keeping this or selling it to a friend or something like that. We'll see what happens. So yeah, that'll go in, and I'm going to put it back here. So I'll be back in a bit. Right, that's the earth lead done. So the van's dead, and I'll have to reset everything, but hey ho. Right, so I'm going to take these power cables off. I'm just going to tape them up as well, just to doubly make sure, really. Okay, so here we have battery in, ground, battery out, both fused. Now I'm going to move the earth, so I'm just about to crimp this and then put a bit of heat shrink on it. So I'm going to do that now. Oh, quite hard to do that one-handed. Should really just put it on a tripod, shouldn't I? So put the heat shrink on. So it's quite hard to do it one-handed. Right, where's my lighter? Right. Should use a heat gun, really. I can't be bothered to keep going in and out of the house. And this will do it. Right, finished product. I do like the writing on the back. I don't like the writing on the front. Makes it look a bit more factory. So all I've got to do now is undo that. Alright, the old 8mm bolt, slip it in. And hopefully, I'll take this off. I'll take the Sterling B2B off, and I'll put the Orion one in its place. Oh dear, I'm not made for these little small spaces anymore. Oh, you've got some kind of sparky spark going on here. What have we got a spark? I don't know. Hopefully it's not nothing to do with the solar. Because I didn't turn the solar off. I didn't see the point. Right. Okay. Right. So in theory, this all should be exactly the same. Right. Okay. Let's take the Sterling unit off. Don't need all that. Right. Oh dear. This is not good with a broken rib. It really isn't. I'm trying to hang upside down and trying to record stuff. Hence I want a bigger van. Right, so that's that. Cool. No damage. Clip back on. Yeah, that way round. This is only well, not even a year old. Right. There. All back. Right, ready to go back in its box. Okay, now I need to get some bigger screws. Get some bigger screws because these cutouts are a lot bigger. So back in a second. Right, I've put it up. Holding my 2 screws for a moment. I didn't really think you wanted to watch a 50-year-old man screwing. So all I got to do, I've got some cable ties. I'm going to sort this wiring out and get some P-clips, which I've got to work, and then do that. So let's put some cable ties on it. Hopefully you can see it. Don't know. Should be able to. I can't see what I'm doing, unfortunately. So just to tidy it up a little bit. Excuse me. Probably easier actually, I came through the bloody door. Well, you can hear me, it's huffing and puffing. But this is real life wiring. This ain't no what's it called? Super duper. Yeah, super duper 100% professional. This is pretty much what you'll be doing. I mean, to be fair, actually, I have got a serious bit of OCD, and this to me is a bit of a bodge. But it isn't really, because it's all electrically safe. There's no bare wires, all heat shrinked. Obviously, what's the word? Fused. Everything's fused and everything's nice and tidy to a point. I mean, normally you ain't gonna be seeing my armpit, but this is the sort of stuff that manufacturers just hide behind panels. So there, P-clipped. If that was P-clipped up, that'll be nice and neat. So you've got power cables running up into the wrist. I've got to put the cover on that, I'll do that in a second. And that's all done. So all I've got to do now is, hopefully it don't go bang. Oh, that's the van. So, we've got any flashing lights? No, won't be flashing lights at the moment. So, swap over and let's do the earth strap up. Nice and straight. It's quite hard to do things one-handed, that's for sure. Well, some blokes can do stuff one-handed, granted. If you know what I mean. Right, I'm just going to nip this one down because this is obviously where the old earth went down, so I don't want any loose. So hopefully, job done. Battery on. So that's all in there. Right, typical with Victron stuff, I expect it's going to need updating. So just going to quickly do that. Move the seat back. Unfortunately, I've got to do this on my phone because I'm recording it on my phone. So I don't know what I'm doing right now. So I'll be back in a little bit. Well, starting it up. There's the stereo. And oh, got any lights? No. Oh, we've got no light. Oh, hang on a minute. Maybe you've got to put that little switch in, which is there. Right. So where you got to put this in? So there's a little light going to come on now. Oh! Yes! Cool, right. Job's a good one. Okay. Engine's running. Set it up. Okay, so the power light's on and the Bluetooth light's on, and hunky dory. Battery's charging. I think that's a result. Right, after reading the manual, okay, and it's a good job. I actually done it wrong. Okay, you're supposed to configure the charger in the settings. Obviously, this is a transit van, so it hasn't got a smart alternator. So you have to go into the settings, change it from I can't remember now. Well, you have to change it to a charger, not a converter, and take that little pin out, and then it opens up a lot of other settings, and you can configure the battery. So that's what I've just done. So I should put in some screenshots and go for there. So yeah, read the manual first. It's not a problem. There's no damage done or nothing like that, but yeah, this is just me now warning you not how to do it. So just read the manual. And say on page 8, it does say quite clearly at the top, configure the unit before connecting the power. So it's probably just like keep the fuse out, connect it all up, and then you can configure it and pop the fuse. So yeah, don't do it the way I did. Read the instruction manual, and hopefully you can take some useful content out of this. So sorry, but yeah, all done. So screenshots in. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, hit the little bell and the subscribe button, which is down there. I think I'm gonna get it right one day, and I hope you found this non-tutorial way of wiring up a Victron Orion DC to DC charger. See you later. Bye. Okay, you can see the Bluetooth lights flashing, but the green light is not on. Now, when you start the engine, once you go into the settings, set it up properly, it'll come up with charger status off, and then once it detects, it will come on and the little green light will start flashing. Hopefully, there you go. Well, you can see it. Yeah, just about see it. and then you turn the engine off, and there is quite a delay, and this little light here, you can just about see, will stop flashing. But it does take quite a while, and to be fair, it's a bit like the Sterling one, but the parameters are so easy to change, absolute piece of cake. And I do think that obviously this is about, well, this is 220 quid I think, and the Sterling one is 160. There is a bit of price difference, but in all fairness, you've got total control over this unit, and that's what I really wanted. I wanted total control. So you can use this for a smart alternator, normal alternators, you can use it as a charger, or you can use it as a converter. So there you go, battery's off, the battery charger's off. So absolutely phenomenal. So I'm really pleased. So yeah, a quick update. Yep, obviously operator error, and now it's working tickety-boo. And I'll tell you what, actually, I really do recommend this Victron stuff, and I can see why a lot of people do use it. I mean, it is like, it's not cheap, but what I always think is you know, a good job is not cheap, and a cheap job is not good. So yeah, thumbs up from me. So yeah, back anyway. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next one. Cheers, bye.